Hey, I know I haven't been on here in a minute to do readings, and again, I've been insanely busy. I had class for like 12 hours a day, so it was a lot, so I'm sorry. But I still love you guys, and I missed you guys, and it's not that I didn't want to do readings, but I was so exhausted, I didn't even have time to think straight. So, now that I'm bedbound, well, bedridden, I'm gonna, I have plenty of time right that or go fucking crazy, so I figured I'd do readings instead of lose my shit. The first reading has to do with a child. I don't know if it's either you have a child or you're the child or however. Hey Janine, how are you? Hopefully one of these message resonates with you. And I know, but I'm like fucked up physically right now. So bad. But I will contact you after this reading. So this has to do with a child. Whether or not it's you, the other person's, however, but this has to do with a child and a change in environment. Hello, how are you, P.S.? Ooh, getting your hair did. I don't think we have those luxuries out here yet. All this shit's still locked down like crazy. Sorry, ADD. I'm going all over the place. But yeah, so this has to do with the child and a change in environment, but this change of environment is going to create harmony. It's going to create peace. So if you've been, your child has been going through a lot, been struggling, like acting out, has been not behaving in a manner they're supposed to behave. There's a parent here, a mother is what it's showing me, but it could be a father. But that energy is they're trying to protect their child. Because it looks like she's just grabbing the kid and she's like just trying to bring her to somewhere that's going to be safe. And there's a man that's really emotional about this. So it could be custody, could be divorce, could be a series of situations, whatever you guys have going on, a breakup. I don't know, but whatever this is, there's one parent that's really trying to protect that child and get them to a safer environment. And once that does happen, that is going to create harmony for that child, okay? But there is a lot of shadow work that's taking place here. So if there's things that have come up for you or your child that you felt before that you haven't dealt with before, feelings that you never expressed, this is the time to kind of release those things, okay? Let out whatever guilt, shame, embarrassment, whatever it is that you've been feeling. It's time to release those emotions, okay? Because if you've been that parent where you're like, I don't know if I'm a good enough parent or if I've been a shitty parent, and you've been working on your shadow self, it's time for you to release the patterns. Release what you were brought up with. Release the things that were ingrained in you as a child, you know, like if you always got beat, if you were always punished, if you were never allowed to speak up or defend yourself or have feelings, or the list goes on. You know what your childhood upbringing was. So whatever it was for you, it's time for you to release that so that way you can provide a better life for your kid. Okay, so whatever it is going on, it is going to be something that is you're going to start raising your child the way you wanted to be raised, okay? Being that parent that you wanted or you needed, and it's going to be a good thing for your kid. So for whoever this is, it's going to be an awesome change. So don't be afraid of it. Don't feel stressed out about it. And if you're the parent that is, I don't want to say losing the child because you're not losing the child, but if you're going to be the one who gets visitation, we'll say, don't feel like you failed as a parent. We all have things that we have to learn and go through and grow through in order for us to change and be aware of what we did wrong, okay? Because if we're just, sometimes when we're in the middle of shit, we don't fully see or comprehend what our part is and how we're toxic to the situation. Sometimes it takes some type of intervention for you to see what you've done and how it impacted someone else's life in order for things to truly change, okay? So don't see it as a bad thing, but for those of you that are now receiving this child, It's a lot of abundance, a lot of blessings that are coming into you. This is going to be a great opportunity for your child, for you and your child, okay? So this is an opportunity for you to be the parent that you needed, and for your child to have the opportunity to heal whatever they just recently been through, and also become better. I'm sorry, my daughter's in here trying to get candy. So yeah, just believe that everything's gonna be okay, because it is. They're showing me everything's gonna be okay. So you're gonna be smarter this time around. So I don't know if you've had kids before, or it's like your second go around at raising kids, but this time you have more knowledge. Okay, so they're saying you're gonna be more aware, and have a better capacity to respond to the situation. Well then, okay, Blanca. But this is going to bring great appreciation, and it's going to open the door for many, many things to come in, okay? So again, you could be that opportunity for your child, that you're going to allow them to have a totally different life, something that they haven't experienced. So please be receptive and be open to the child, or whatever it is that's going on, because they're showing that, again, it is shadow work, and there is a parent that is very emotional about not having their child all the time, and another one that simply wants to protect their child from whatever they just been through. So be grateful, because this is a blessing, and your child is going to be at peace with you, or with whoever has the child now, okay? So this is a blessing for you. Be grateful for that. And that was the first message that came through. The other message is, I feel like it has to do with addictions. They're telling me sex, so I'm assuming I'm gonna say it's sexual addictions, but an addiction can be whatever it is that you're overindulging in. So it could be sex, it could be food, could be fucking exercising, it could be fucking whatever, okay? But whatever it is that you've been going through, whatever it is that you've been overindulging in, they're saying that it's gonna be coming to an end. So if you've been dealing with a partner that has been that's been lying, and maybe they've had a sex addiction or a sex problem or any type of addiction, and they've been hiding it from you and they haven't told you about it, all of this is going to come to light, okay? So don't worry about what's been going on, and don't be stressed out, okay? Being worried doesn't serve any fucking purpose other than driving you fucking crazy. So please just try to stay very present in this moment, because the more present you are, the less time your mind has to go wander off into 1,000 other fucking things that it could be doing, okay? So remain positive about the situation, and they want you to be hopeful, okay? Pray to spirit, talk to them, and ask for clarity if you need clarity, ask for guidance if you need guidance. But this has, there is a woman, and again, it's energy. It could be either which way. They're showing me a woman, so I'm saying woman. I'm sorry. There's a woman. Now, I don't know if this woman is a spiritual teacher, I don't think it's a spiritual teacher, but it's someone that has money. So if this is the person that has the addictions, or that you've been addicted to, or that has been hiding something from you, there is a lot of aggression, a lot of hostilities. There's things that are coming to light. So if whatever's been hidden is going to be brought to the light. Okay, that's what they're showing me here. And it has to do with the home environment. And again, the first message and this message can go together. They cannot. So you take whatever resonates for you. But there's some piece of this that I feel goes with the first part as to why that child has to be removed. But there is something here that there's someone that has money that is now being very hostile and probably trying to use that against you. But whatever it is that you've been going through, that you've been like really down and out, you're going to be going out. You're coming out of that. Okay. So don't stay down, and just start trying to be more positive and more compassionate with yourself. Okay. Because whatever is coming to light, it's not going to be something that's easy for you to hear, but it's going to be necessary to allow with the healing process, and allow you to move forward and get out of whatever this is. So whoever it was that's been hiding, you are going to be heartbroken if you're not already heartbroken or grieving, because when I get the Three of Swords, for me, I just see it as that's probably me just crying in a regular day because I'm sad about something. So it doesn't always have to be heartbreaking. It could just, you're just sad. Okay, and some of you are depressed, so please be careful with the depression, especially now since we're all fucking locked up and can't go nowhere. So please just be aware of it. But the addictions has caused someone a lot of pain, and if it is a sexual addiction, it has caused someone so much pain that they're lashing out. So please be aware of your actions and take accountability for the things that you have done, okay? It's one thing for someone to find out the truth and not hear it from you, but it's also another thing for you to not even take accountability for your action and just act as if nothing happened, okay? So just be responsible with whatever is going on. That is that message. Now this message is... Damn it. I'm sorry. I'm not in the best position. I can't get out of my bed, so my reading is a little bit hard with one hand. Hello, Donna. How are you? So there's someone that is scared to take action. What are they scared of taking action in? They want you to trust your intuition. Okay, so stop being afraid of things that are happening or that you don't know what's going to happen, or any combination. Like I tell people, if you're going to worry, try to do it in a positive way. If you're like, oh my God, then yes, what if everything goes perfect? What if this is the best situation for you? And if you have multiple options, what if all of them are great options? Which one would you be happier with? So look at it that way. And Spirit wants you to truly trust your intuition, okay? Whatever it is, there's going to be something that's going to click for you, that's going to allow everything to fall into place and make sense for you. So trust your intuition, because this has a lot to do with your own personal growth. And you have to get clear on what it is that you want, because if you're not clear on it, then Spirit doesn't know what to send you. So if you've been wishy-washy with your desire, or you've been wanting a certain person and now you've met someone else and you're just like, I don't know which person it is. You know, like I said, what if both of them were great situations? Then decide which one you'd be happier in. Just enjoying the pandemic. Well, I'm bedridden currently, so I have to find joy in being stuck in my room. So I decided I'd be productive and help people in life. Hey Kamal, how are you? Oh, why are you stressed out? So yes, get clear on your intention and make sure that you are being respected, and also that you are being respectful to other people's feelings, okay? Because it's not always about us, and it's easy for us to get caught up in we're the victim and this is happening to me and how could you do this to me? But the personal growth comes from being able to view someone else's perspective, being able to understand why something took place and not be so hostile and lashing out and acting crazy. It's more of a, okay, I understand, and if I was in that situation, I would also feel like this. So please just try to be some type of compassion, but be clear. They want you to create a vision board. Again, I don't know if you guys do this, if you don't do this, but if you don't do it, a board, fucking tape it up on your wall. It doesn't have to necessarily be a board. It could be anything that you can cut pictures out of magazines. You can write it down. Sorry, my kids are acting crazy. You can write it down. You can take photos of people, whatever it is, and you create the life you want. Because the more you see it subconsciously, you start creating it, because it's being registered. Every time you walk by it, you see it. Whether or not you actually process it consciously, your subconscious is always registering it. So create the vision board, because that's going to help you manifest what it is that you're trying to manifest. So if it's a person, put pictures up. If it's a car, put the car up. Whatever it is, put it up and create it. If you're trying to create a business, then start making a plan of what you want it to look like, the type of business, whatever it is, start doing that, because that's going to help you in manifesting this, okay? So they want you to be grateful for what you have right now and enjoy everything that's happening. And I know it's hard because we're all in a pandemic, and it's like, enjoy what? I'm tired of being stuck in my house. I know. But be grateful, because you could be stuck in the streets and have nowhere to go and have no food to eat, and it could be a fucking million times worse. So appreciate that you have the things that you have, okay? Now, let's see. Yeah. There's some truth in this situation that's going to be a wish fulfillment for you, and it's going to bring balance to whatever's been going on. Now, like I said, all of these messages can be tied in together, or they can each have individual messages for you within them, okay? So, however it resonates for you, because sometimes all of it ties together, and I just don't know because I'm doing it separately. But yeah, so whatever this message is that's going to come in, it's going to bring balance to the situation. So whatever it is you've been trying to manifest, it's going to be created, it's going to manifest. So again, do the vision board if that's what it is you're doing, because you are going to be successful in that, okay? And stop being afraid to take action, because if you don't take action, nothing's ever going to happen and you're going to keep yourself stuck. If you find that the book that I read, it's the 5-second rule. If you have a hard time with taking action and like being indecisive, which is my personal favorite trait in the world, I don't know why, but it's my life. I found that it's very helpful, because you count down from 5 to 1, and by the time you get to 1, you have to take action. Whether it's, okay, now I have to physically get my ass out of bed, I have to physically walk out the door, physically go to wherever you gotta go, you have to take action. So if you have an issue with that, try counting from 5 down to 1. And if 5 is too much time for you to talk yourself out of it, then start with 3 down to 1. But I found it to be very helpful for people like me. So if that's something you struggle with, then please work on that and do that, okay? Because again, you're going to be very successful, and some of you are going to be self-employed, and that's probably what a lot of the vision board has to do with. So the next message here has to do with abundance. Now, this one here, I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at the cards with one hand. Yes, you have to take charge of what it is that you want, okay? And you have to be able to believe that you can manifest anything that you want to manifest. So, I tell everyone that you create your heaven, you create your hell. So if you're constantly in the past, reliving negative things and reliving everything bad that's happened to you, then clearly you're creating your hell. If you too much in the future, then you're going to be anxious. Try to be in the present, but put your desire into the universe. Say, I'm going to manifest this. Or have a journal that you write in every day and said, I'm manifesting this. And write out exactly how you want it to be, how you want it to look. There's little birds that keep coming to my window. They've been there all morning. They just keep chirping. But please, do that, okay? Because you are going to be able to create it. But there's something that needs time to grow, to incubate. Like, pregnancies, growing businesses, things like that. Sometimes things take time to get to where they're meant to go. So don't force the process, and don't be defensive, okay? You don't have to be defensive. Everybody is not out to get you, and there are people that are willing to help you. So please just believe that. And when you communicate with people, try to be clear, and if they are attacking you or any combination, don't be defensive in your response, okay? Take a minute to process what they're saying, and if they are coming from an emotional place, try to figure out what it is going on, what's going on inside them that they're lashing out at you like that, that's making them very defensive, okay? Because it's more than likely a them problem than a you problem. So don't take it on as you or it's your shit, because that's going to just make everything worse. So allow that defensiveness to kind of go away, because you are going to have to work with other people with whatever it is you're trying to build. And again, this it looks like more like a hermit period. So if you've been inside, like just kind of trying to keep to yourself and heal and work on your shit, or if you've been trying to create something and you haven't told anybody what you're doing, probably best that way. Keep it to yourself until you've gotten as far as you can go, and then you're like, okay, I've succeeded, and now I can let everyone know what I've done. But make sure, because they want balance to come back in. So taking the time out and resting and allowing the situation to rest, or allowing whatever it is to breathe, is going to bring balance back into the situation, okay? So, and make sure you're not working yourself to death. Most of us, we're in quarantine, so we're just like, hey, I don't got shit else to do. Have a schedule. If it's 9 to 5, fucking 9 to 12, whatever it is, have a schedule, so that way you're not overdoing anything. Well, I hope healing comes to everybody in the world, but that's something that everyone has to be willing to do and work on. There's someone here that has been they either have a lot of options or has been in some type of an illusion. And someone that, there could be somebody that's coming to make an offer. Or again, if you're building something, it could be just very slow going right now, and you have to find the strength to stick it out and follow it through. And sometimes it's not easy, especially if you have a lot of different ways to go. You have to trust yourself to make the best decision. And when I say trust yourself, do what is going to fulfill you, not money wise, because money comes and goes. All the money in the world is not going to make you happy. What is going to make you emotionally feel fulfilled long term? Like, this is my drive, this is my passion, I really love this. That's the choice. That's the one you choose, because money will follow that. As long as you're happy, you're going to create that. But if this is in regards to a relationship, an offer is coming, and it's going to take a little while before the offer does come in. So you're going to have to be patient, because they're dealing with their own, either some type of illusion, some shit that's going on with them right now that they're really heavy in thought, and this person may not be near you. They could be at a distance from you, you know, if you guys are in different states, different countries, but they're not close to you. So take this time, be creative, and indulge. And if you have an artistic form of expression, then start working on that. Okay, so whatever it is, and this person could communicate to you in an artistic form. So be open to that. I don't know what your situation is, because I didn't pull any cards showing me about like love or whatever. But if you are defensive towards this person, try to hear them out before you completely shut them out. Okay, take that time. If you hear from them and you're pissed off at them, take a time out to listen, you know, hear what they have to say. And before you react, pause. Please just take a pause and be like, let me sit with this before I say something I might regret later. Okay, because temporary feelings have a way of fucking up shit for a long time. So make sure the words that come out your mouth are truly how you feel in your heart, and not only when you're upset. Like when you're calmed down and you can think logically, then you reply. But yeah, so the situation is going to be abundant, and make sure you're taking care of yourself and your body. And for some of you, it could be that you are pregnant now and you're in deep thought about it. So you take it how it resonates with you. So if you are pregnant, some of you might not be aware that you're pregnant right now and your body's just acting out of whack. So please go to the doctor or start taking vitamins. Do something to take care of yourself, because they're showing me you need to take care of your body right now. You're not doing that. And if you're a person that's just finding out someone is about to have your baby and you're stressed out, and I'm sorry, you should have thought about it before you went in it. Everybody's quick to do shit. Nobody wants to think of the consequences. So that's a consequence. Wrap it up. Be smart. Don't do stupid shit. But yeah, so whatever it is, you know, whoever this individual is, there is an offer coming, but it's slow going. So be patient. And if it is something that you're creating, again, it's slow going. So it could be a partnership that's going to come to you, a job offer that's going to come to you, but it's going to be slow. So you have to find the strength and be patient with the situation. Now, this last message here is about again, it's partly taking care of your body, but it's finding the strength. Some of you are boxing, kickboxing, doing some type of exercise at home to build strength, and that's awesome. Others of you, it is finding the strength. So it doesn't necessarily mean physical, but it's finding the strength to make the necessary changes and the movements in your life, okay? And Spirit's saying you have what you need to get through the challenges ahead of you. So whatever you have going on right now, you have what you need to make it through. So don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt Spirit, because they're showing me that there may be some form of delays and probably not the best time for a career change right now. And you might be feeling like, fucking word I'm looking for. Like financial constraints. You might be feeling financially like, I mean, probably everybody, because we got a $1,200 check that's supposed to last for months. I don't know who lives off of $1,200 these days. But if you're experiencing these things, Spirit's saying you're going to have whatever you need, whatever resources, whatever help, it's going to come to you. So believe and have faith that it's going to happen, because they're showing me there's many possibilities for you. And some of you you have a lot of anxiety about this. So don't feel like you need to be right, because being right is not as important as everything going the way it needs to go. Everything needs to happen in the way it's meant to happen for a certain reason, okay? So don't feel like, oh, well, I'm right, you're wrong, because then you're going to cause chaos and discord between you and whoever it is that you're dealing with. So whatever situations you have going on, try to not be that person that always has to be right and always has to argue and always has to fight for things. Try to just allow things to be what they are, because it'll make the situation go a lot smoother, and try to be understanding and listen to whatever they have to say. Okay, so try not to come from that place. And they want you to be open to receive. Spirit wants you to be open to that, because if you're not receptive, they can't give you the blessings that you're looking for right now. And you have to believe that you are worthy of receiving the abundance, okay? Because they're saying a gift is coming very soon. So if you've been struggling financially and you've been like, fuck, I don't know how I'm going to make ends meet, I don't know what this is going to do, what that, Spirit's blessing you. So meditate, do some breath work, take a walk in nature, do something that's going to bring you peace in the moment, so that way you can be receptive to the gift Spirit is trying to bring you. Because whatever possibilities you have going on, you have to really be at one with yourself, so that way you can accept what Spirit is giving you and stop being so in your head, because being in your head is not going to get you what the hell you need. It's going to drive you crazy, and it's going to block your blessings. And make sure that you're maintaining your boundaries. So again, whatever it is, if it's an individual that's like in and out of your life, have boundaries, okay? And if you don't like that they're in and out, then naturally you're going to have to put a stop to that. You can't want to have that person and want to change the situation and allow them to keep doing the same thing they've been doing. So have boundaries in that situation. And for some of you, again, they're showing me that this is going to be very successful. Some of you might even be getting married, and this is a home situation for you guys. But they're going to come with truth, and it's going to bring everything clarity. So if you've been on not so good terms with an individual right now, that probably goes with the need to be right. Let that go. It's not about who's right, who's wrong. It's ultimately boils down to, do I love this person enough to want to fix this? Do I love this person enough to be willing to forgive whatever the fuck happened? Okay, so it's not like, I'm right, you're a piece of shit, you can't keep your shit in your pants. Yeah, you might be right. All of that may be very true. But let's not say that, okay? If you want to make peace and you want to become, like, work it out, get back together, don't do that. Do the opposite. Just be like, I'm gonna hold my tongue, because our tongue says a lot of mean things. Like, our mouths will say a lot of mean shit when we're hurt. So try to hold that, okay? Don't be so anxious about it, because they're showing me if you make the effort, you're gonna be successful in it. And you will have the truth. So don't settle for the truth. If you have questions, ask questions. Don't be afraid. And don't ask for something that you're not ready to accept. Okay? If you're not ready to accept that answer, do not ask, because you're only going to be pissed off and you're going to drive yourself crazy. So, but you are stronger than you believe you are, whatever it is that you have going on right now. So don't feel anxious. If you were the one that was wrong, or the other person, however it is, just speak truth. If you come from your heart and you speak the truth, situations have a way of working themselves out better than you could have ever imagined. So please just come from the heart and speak the truth. Those are your messages for today. And the chakras that came out for you guys is the root chakra and your heart chakra. So if you haven't done any work on those, I don't think I've posted anything on this page. My other page, yes. Go on YouTube and look for heart chakra meditations, or all chakras. I like the 8-hour ones because I can listen to them at night, and in the morning I feel like a whole nother person. So do that to work on your chakras and clear the blockages, because if you have blockages, it's going to be hard for you to actually communicate how you feel, or even apologize, or even fucking be honest with what's going on with you. So those are your messages. Hopefully it helped you guys, and I'm sorry I haven't been on here, but I'll probably be a little bit more consistent, at least for a little while, because I can't do nothing else. So have a good day. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And I don't know, maybe I'll come back on and hopefully do a love one that's not this.